The best way to know what it is to experience it. I had a white roommate for a little bit who, when I just bought a car and I got pulled over in my neighborhood, and he was with me, and an officer who was crossing our path as we turned somehow turned his car around and lit us up, put his sirens and lights on. So we pulled over, and the guy who I was driving with was my roommate at the time, and he was white, and he had never experienced being pulled over for no reason. And so he got pretty livid and said, if they ask me for my ID, I'm not going to give it to them because I'm not driving. This is ridiculous. And I asked him just to not say a word, because I didn't want him to make the situation worse. And we were 2-3 blocks away from where I lived, and my goal is to get home. And I know the routine of kind of yes sir, no sir, and getting home. And so, sure enough, the officer asked for my license and insurance and ran my information. And where I bought the car, the dealer taped the temp tag to the top of the window. And he said, well, that's not supposed to be there. That's why I pulled you over. Which, of course, I don't think that's what encouraged him to make a U-turn, because he only saw the front of our car when I turned. I would say it was because of my race. That's the one thing you can absolutely know for sure when you see me driving my vehicle. You don't know about my warrants. You don't know about my insurance information. You really don't know about a whole lot, but you definitely know that I'm black. A lot of people can bring up a story, but if you can bring it up as consistently as me, if we want to go toe to toe and have that conversation, I think it gets a little different. But I'm one person. Like, imagine that there's a lot of people experiencing what I'm experiencing, like a community of people experiencing this on a consistent basis. We want the same thing. I want you to get the bad guys. If there's somebody out there who's putting me at risk or my son at risk, at the same time, I don't want to be pulled over just so that you can get to that person. I don't want to be pulled over 10 times so you can get to that 11th person. I just don't think I deserve that. I don't think I deserve any more of my share of that burden, of the community's burden, to find the bad guy. And I feel like in my life, I've taken on more than my share of that burden.